when you're pulled over and the officer is attempting to do what's called a DWI stop, and you think you may have had a few and you're not sure if you're, if you're at, the limit or not, but you think you may be okay, the most prudent thing to do would probably be to, first of all, don't drink and drive. But if you've already done that and you had a few and they pulled you over and you didn't listen to, what would be most prudent, which would be not to have anything to drink at all. Well, the most prudent thing to do then, if you say, okay, well, I'm not drunk, but I'm buzzing, I've had a few, but I'm not sure if I'm over the limit. Well, when the officer pulls you over, you want to be extremely polite and compliant and say nothing. And the second thing you would do, the officer's probably going to have you accompany him to his vehicle. The most prudent thing would probably be to decline the field sobriety and any subsequent breath tests. Now, the first one you'll be okay, but if this incident happens again, you'll probably get charged with a misdemeanor refusal on the second time that you refuse to comply. But that's a matter for another day. You instruct the officer who you'd like to pick your vehicle up, and upon making bail, you want to make sure to request your administrative hearing within 15 days. Now, those are my instructions for somebody who may have had one or two and not sure if they're below the limit or not. My overall instruction is don't drink and drive. Again, the most prudent action to take to make sure that you don't find yourself in those circumstances is don't drink and drive. Because even on the best case scenario, there is no scenario where you've had a few and they smell alcohol on your breath and you're going to be able to talk your way out of it. You're not going to talk your way out of it. You're going to jail. So it's best to just follow those instructions that I've laid out. If you think you've had a few, but you may be a little bit under the limit, you're going to jail. In most cases, there's very few cases where you're not. So don't drink and drive. If you have had a few and you're not sure, and you give yourself the best chance of things coming out favorably for you, it'd be best to follow those instructions. But the overall message is don't drink and drive. Say nothing. Be polite. And go ahead and go to jail, and don't do law enforcement's job for them. But the best thing you could do and the safest thing you could do is not drink and drive. Thank you. See you next time.